We're finally out camping here in Montana. Tonight we're in the Taylor Fork area, which is a beautiful area in Montana that has a lot of dispersed camping sites. If you watched our last video, you saw that we got rained out not once, but twice while trying to camp. And on the way here, we were driving out near Bozeman into Big Sky, which is another town, to the campsite, and it started raining and hailing. So we were really nervous we weren't gonna be able to camp yet again. It's also Labor Day weekend, so it's very busy here. A lot of the spots were taken. However, we got this really great spot. We have a campfire ring right there, and there's a little river down there that I'll be sure to show you. But we're happy to be out here. It's such a beautiful area, and it should be a great night. So there's our camp spot right here, and just a few steps back. I should note, there are signs everywhere that say it's grizzly bear country, so don't worry, we have our bear spray. And thankfully this is a pretty open area, so we're not back in the trees too much. But right down here, it's a beautiful stream. So pretty. Jackson's already been in, of course.
A few moments later.
I truly cannot believe we almost got rained out yet again. We sat in the car for maybe 30 minutes or so, and thankfully it's starting to clear up. We unpacked everything again. Paul's making the fire now, and hopefully this is the last time this happens. Hopefully it's gonna be clear for the night. So we're having a pretty simple dinner tonight. I just took some ground turkey and split it into some patties, and then we're gonna put it on some buns with some tomato. And then we stopped at the grocery store before we came here, and we got some sides, just some pasta salad and some broccoli salad. So nice and simple, nice camp meal. And Paul's back there making the fire. We got ourselves a great simple camp dinner and this fire that feels so good because the rain definitely cooled it down a little bit. It's probably like 60 degrees now, so yeah, the fire feels so nice, and looking forward to enjoying this great camp meal. So Paul's birthday is coming up in a couple of weeks, and a birthday present came a little bit early for him. Oftentimes when we're searching for a campsite, we like to find somewhere with at least a little bit of service in case we have to do any work, answer any emails, which, you know, isn't the best thing to have to be doing when you're out camping, but it's just the way it is. So I got Paul a Starlink for his birthday. So we figured we'd test it out while we're out here because there's absolutely no cell service. We plugged it into the Jeep, and we will need to get an actual battery packed sooner or later, but for short-term use, maybe just like 10 or 15 minutes, we can plug it into the power plug, I guess?
Outlet.
The outlet that we have in the Jeep. So we plugged it in, and we have our Starlink right here, and it searches around for the best position, and we just tested, and we have 33 speeds, 33 megabytes per second download and 18 megabytes per second upload, which is pretty good for being out in the middle of nowhere with absolutely zero cell service. So I'm really happy with it so far.
I'm really happy with my gift as well.
Good, I'm glad. It's getting pretty dark. The sun just went down. A little bit chilly out here. You can see my breath a little bit. So we're just going to get the tent ready to sleep, enjoy the campfire, and we'll see you in the morning. It's the next morning now. I didn't take any video at camp this morning because we were pretty rushed getting out of there. We're heading to a pretty popular hike today, so we wanted to make sure to get to the trailhead bright and early. So we packed up camp as quickly as we could this morning, and we stopped and grabbed some coffee. It's called Cowboy Coffee Company, pretty good. And we're getting pretty close to the trailhead now. Under 10 minutes to get there, and it's a really popular hike in Big Sky. Hoping the trailhead isn't too busy when we get there. We're still pretty early, but yeah, excited to check it out. We made it here to the trailhead. Thankfully we got a spot, but it is pretty full and it's not too big of a parking lot. So we're having our breakfast in the trailhead parking lot out of the back of the Jeep. We made some overnight oats in some mason jars, and then I made some hard-boiled eggs yesterday, also in a mason jar. So we're gonna have our breakfast and then we're gonna hit the trail. Today we're doing the Beehive Basin Trail, which is about a 7-mile trail and a little over 1,600 feet of elevation gain. We're about halfway to the end of the trail now, and we're getting the first glimpse of Beehive Basin behind us. It looks like the trail is probably going to take us up above these trees on the ridge line. So I think the views are just going to keep getting better and better. They're already awesome. The last part we just hiked was a little bit steep, so getting a little bit warm, although it's probably only 60 degrees if that right now, but the sun is in full blast, which I'm not upset about. And the views, like we said, keep getting better and better. I'll show you what I'm looking at right now. It is absolutely stunning. So we only have about a half of a mile left to the top and only about 200 feet of climbing, so we should be there pretty soon. I can't imagine it really gets better than this, but I think it is going to. So we just got into the basin and I had no idea there was a lake here, so it's a nice surprise. So you'd think this would be the end of the trail, but according to our map, we still have 200 feet of climbing to go, and the trail continues on, so we'll see where this takes us. So this is where the end of the map took us, which clearly is just absolutely amazing. The trail continues on a little bit, climbs a little bit further, so we're gonna go just a little bit more, see what the views are like from up here. I'd say it was definitely worth climbing up the trail a little bit more. We have 360-degree views up here. It is very windy. I don't know how well you can hear me, but this is awesome. What a great hike. After spending some time enjoying the views, we started making our way back down the trail. We made a quick pit stop to relax by a small lake, and of course, Jackson made sure to go for a swim. But I think Doug had an even better idea with a little mid-hike nap. Hey, this looks like a good spot for a dog treat, huh? One for you. Jackson, sit, buddy. You gotta sit. Okay, lay down works. No. We're making our way back down to the car now. What an amazing hike this was. We've never done any hikes out in Big Sky, Montana, so it was a real treat to come out here today, see some new incredible scenery. Tomorrow's Sunday, so as long as the weather cooperates, I'm sure we'll head out for another adventure, so we'll see you then. So it's now Sunday, and today is actually our very last day in Bozeman, Montana. We've been here for the past month or so. We've had such a great time here. So many fun adventures, hikes, drives, such beautiful scenery here. And while we were planning on maybe going out and doing a little bit of a bigger hike again today, we figured since we have to head home, pack up all of our stuff, and head to our next destination tomorrow, we would just take it easy today. So right now we're walking on the Bozeman Creek Trail, which is a nice wide path, pretty flat, beautiful scenery in this canyon. And we're just gonna walk for a while, enjoy the last little bit of Montana, and then go home and pack up. So if you're not already, we'd love if you subscribe to our channel. You can see where we head to for the next month. Thank you as always for watching, and we'll see you on the next adventure. Bye.